Red heaven? Oh, not just heaven, Ruckus. White heaven. You see, there are many different types of people, Ruckus. So God created many separate, but, well, for the most part, equal heavens. You don't say.
Yes, it's true. We're about to we're coming back from the half of this debate, and it's been looking pretty painful so far. I swear, if I was two boxing commentators, I probably would have been knocked out from sleep disorder. Not that saying that I'm not too far from suffering from sleep disorder. Well, sleep apnea technically. But onward to the second half of this painful debate, and this one might be broken up into a subject of itself. Y'all know what time it is. Let's see who's gonna shave the other's fur. Pause.
As we welcome you back, a hot topic in Virginia's schools. And for this question, you will both have a chance for rebuttal. Ms. Spanberger, we're going to start with you. Focusing on a K through 12 school system, should transgender girls who are biological males be allowed to use girls' bathrooms and play on girls' sports teams? You have 60 seconds.
No, no. My name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. You need.
And I'm gonna stand by that. I don't care how people are gonna perceive it. I'm always gonna stand as male and female, as in two gender. I'm always going to stand by that. Don't try to change my mind. It's not up for negotiation. I have nothing against anybody, but that's something. This is what I was raised. So we're going to go ahead and just knock that out. Doesn't mean I won't have your back no different than somebody else, but I also have to know where I stand for myself. But let's continue because it's about to get real steamy.
I'm a mother of three daughters in Virginia public schools, and nothing is more important to me than their safety and their experience in schools.
Which the first, it's about to fly. Don't worry. I might be a little, I might be taking a false start on this one, but it said, here's my question. If you're the mother of three daughters and say, they got to look at Leah Thomas, where's the concept of safety? I mean, this is how Riley Gaines came into fruition. This is how the, I probably say low key, this is how Scamala Harris is not your president. These kind of things fall behind, Abby. We're going to need you to pick this one up.
I'm also a former federal agent, and I work to investigate crimes against children. And so nothing is more important to me than the safety of all of our children. And that work, in part, has earned me the endorsement of Virginia's Police Benevolent Association.
Tell Steve.
Uh, Madam, how confident are you on that one? Because I think you might be taking some L's on that one. About to throw a challenge flag. I know it's in the middle. Let's see. How much support is she losing? Okay, so it's the first time the Virginia Police Benevolent Association in August 25. That's the first time that a Democratic candidate has been endorsed. Well, we can only go halfway because it said if there's a split ticket because they endorsed who was it, Jason Miyares, and I forgot the lieutenant governor who plays a small part in this because he's part of that colorful coalition that Winnie is very much against. So I guess in regards to this one, yes, call stands. I missed. Poor me. Let's continue.
Ms. Earl Sears, Ms.
Importantly,
Spanberger is talking. Please let her
on
finish.
issues related to what's happening in our schools and each individual community, I think it's important that we have parents and teachers and administrators making decisions about their individual schools, not politicians. And if we are talking about the safety.
But so now let me ask this: who does the regulating? The politicians. So it's kind of a vicious circle. How you're going to try to keep the politics out of education? You're not going to do it. Don't try it, because if that were the case, we'd have been had a solution for critical race theory.
Of our children, I would ask why my opponent continues to support efforts to defund public safety, an effort carried on continually by this
Ms.
administration.
Ma'am,
right? Objection, relevance.
yeah, public safety to the TG issue, ma'am. You can't sway it like that. It said when he kind of caught you with a couple.
Once again, the question was, should transgender girls who are biological males be allowed to use girls' bathrooms and play on girls' sports teams in K through 12?
No, 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 and no. See, here's that old. I know people are going to say I'm parroting a talking point, but it's like out of what is it? Out of all the athletes, there are like 900 transgender athletes. So you mean to tell me that 900 natural born women are losing scholarships? So I'm going to stand by no, no, no. But it said, this is also how Winnie's going to end up losing or giving the seat up to Team Blue, because it seems like she's trying to pull the Terry McAuliffe offense, and basically how McAuliffe could not keep Trump's name out his mouth for the life of him. And it didn't help because also with the string, also Governor Ralph Northam and his blackface attempt. So you kind of had two Democrats that kind of stained Virginia a little bit. But Winsome, she's kind of trying to pull that same playbook to think that she's going to be able to take Virginia. No, because compared to most other issues, the transgender, that's more on the back burner. It ain't exactly but so important, but I think a prosperous economy does take precedence.
You have 15 seconds to clarify.
In cases across Virginia, I think it's incumbent upon parents and educators and administrators in each local community to make decisions locally.
That's what this is about.
Ms. Earl Sears?
There should never be
We're going to get to you in a
men
moment.
Oh
in
my
locker
goodness, we
rooms.
finally have her saying that, but you voted for that.
Ms. Earl
Have
Sears.
you finally
My opponent,
Ms. Earl
said
Sears,
that
you were
now?
just
lying.
intruding on
Are
time
we in
here. We're
agreement
trying.
now? Are you
Ms.
going
Earl
to
Sears,
tell?
this is Ms. Spanberger's time. I have a follow-up question for Ms. Spanberger. Would you rescind the Youngkin administration policy requiring boys and girls to use bathrooms aligning with their biological sex? You have 30 seconds.
My priority would be to ensure that local communities, importantly parents and teachers
That's
and
a yes or
educators, are able to work together to.
I hate to say it, but I have to agree. That is a plain yes or no. You don't need 30 seconds to answer something that didn't take half a second.
to meet the unique needs of each school and each community.
But girls
and that
need
is
privacy.
important. And I say that as a mother of 3 daughters in Virginia.
Ma'am, you spitting a whole bunch of garbage. You mean to tell me it said you or say you kind of don't have a problem with trans and then you have all girls. Mm-mm. No good. No bueno.
Public schools.
Exactly.
And as someone who used to investigate crimes against children, the way that we keep our children safe is by ensuring
Making sure somebody that is not dangling is in women's spaces. Kind of like how the question was going. Stop dodging, Abby. Stop dodging, because this is where Winnie about to start tagging you with them 3 pieces and a biscuit.
they are safe in schools, which includes funding law enforcement and public safety.
But Ms. Spanberger,
Where does funding law enforcement and transgender, where's the connect? I'm dying here. I'm dying here. This is why I'm saying the couch is looking better and better and better.
the question was, would you rescind the Youngkin administration policy requiring boys and girls to use bathrooms aligning with their biological sex?
No, 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 I am not rescinding it. You see how quick of an answer that was? See, it said this is where you Democrats fold up. Now, also, if I were Abby, I'd have been trying to clap. What would you know? What would you know about the concept? I mean, you misgendered Danica Rome in the middle of the house. I'd have been clapping. I'd have been putting shots back on her. But nah, Winnie's tagging you up like UPS. But I'm still loving it.
You have 15 seconds to clarify that question.
Yes.
And my answer is that in each local community, decisions should be made between parents and educators and teachers.
Stop dancing around the damn question, because at the end of the day, the K-12 school system is going to be regulated by the state government. You know who's at the top of the state government? You, looking for the position that you're trying to debate against, and the only thing that you're giving me is a headache and a half, because you are like not taking this head on.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Each community. It shouldn't
Parents
be
don't want
dictated
their
by
girl children.
politicians.
Please don't interrupt. We're coming to you next.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Spanberger. Ms. Earl Sears, you say that you do not support biological males identifying as females playing in girls' sports and have pledged to sign legislation restricting bathrooms by birth sex. Does this position discriminate against transgender girls? You have 60 seconds.
I'm not for discriminating against anyone. What I'm saying is just very plain common sense. And I'm going to answer the question my opponent refused to answer, which is simply this: I will not rescind the governor's executive order. We know that girls want to have privacy. It's really that simple.
As opposed to dudes wanting to have a little bit of privacy. I mean, there's a men's restroom and a women's restroom. And in some places, we have family rooms. How about let's just keep it at that? It's simple and fairly effective.
And my opponent will not answer the question because she voted for men nude in girls' locker rooms, in bathrooms, and in girls' sports. She will refuse to protect our girls in Title IX, which is simply, an opportunity for girls to have their safe space. This is not hard. Are you going to change in a gym where men are nude in the locker rooms? Are you going to do that, Abigail?
Ms. Earl Sears.
I don't think you will.
Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say.
Ma'am, this is one of the reasons why I don't even change at the gym. But if I'm going to change, I'm going to change in the men's room, because believe it or not, I am a man. I don't know, maybe the beard, the voice might be some dead giveaways. Just saying.
What about your girl children if they came home crying and said that
Ms.
there
Earl
was
Sears,
a male
we're going to
in
do
the
a follow-up
locker
question
room?
with you.
What would you do?
You will both have a chance to rebut, too, so I want to make sure that you both understand that. Ms. Earl Sears, a follow-up question now. You said in supporting that bathroom legislation that this is, quote, a safety issue.
It is.
Are transgender students a safety threat? Yes or no, and why? You have 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, how did you ask that?
Are transgender students a safety threat? Yes or no, and why? You have 30 seconds.
So we know that biological men are larger in strength than women. We understand this. This is biology. If you look at football teams, you can see the difference between males and females. This is not hard. And that's why I'm asking my opponent, if your little girl comes home and said she was forced to undress in a locker room with a biological boy, what would you say? She's crying. What would you say? Would you? Are you not going to answer?
Dinner's ready.
Now we're going to go to opportunity for rebuttal now. And Ms. Spanberger, we're going to start with you. 30 seconds.
My opponent was asked about her record of discrimination, and importantly, my opponent has previously said that she does not think that gay couples should be allowed to marry. She has said that she is,
discrimination,
quote unquote.
Bitch, please. Oh.
Man, MAGA is building them dumber and dumber and dumber. This is what happens when you let your faith override your policies. This is what happens.
Morally
That's
opposed
not
to
discrimination.
same-sex marriage.
Time for
My
rebuttal.
opponent has also previously said that she thinks it's okay for someone to be fired from their job for being gay. That's
not
discrimination.
Ma'am.
Bitch, please. Oh.
So you mean to tell me giving somebody of the colorful coalition the pink slip when they've done nothing wrong is not discrimination? Ma'am, we have laws to prevent such things. Oh, we have that thing that I know one of y'all about to bring up. You know that thing called DEI? Yeah, that kind of goes in effect. Gotta appreciate MAGA in their best.
Ms. Spanberger, your time is up. And now, Ms. Earl Sears, it's your turn for rebuttal.
Yes.
You have 30 seconds.
Yes. So again, I want you to go to SpanbergerLies.com. Listen, she's talk about defunding and all that. You know who voted to defund the police? You did. When you voted for the Justice and Policing Act, you voted for that, and you took money from the PAC that said we must defund the police and get rid of their qualified immunity. When are you going to give?
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over.
Ma'am, I want qualified immunity ended. That means it holds law enforcement accountable when they think about pulling that trigger or putting their knee in the back of somebody's neck. Maybe they need to enforce quantified immunity a little more, because you wouldn't have things like George Floyd, who was the guy in Baltimore because of mishandling. Oh, Freddie Gray, Ahmaud Arbery. No, Ahmaud Arbery. That was a civil matter. Amir Locke, who got gunned down because he didn't hear people. He didn't hear the law coming to his house, and he got gunned and he got removed. Yeah, it's a consistent thing, and it said I'm not for defunding the police. However, I am for holding them accountable. If you, being the Marine, y'all are held to a high standard. Law enforcement needs to be held to a as equally as high a standard as the military in regards to egregious behavior. But that's my 2 cents.
Back that money, thousands of dollars. I will not
Ms. Earl
defund
Sears,
the
your
police
time is
or
up.
get rid of their
We have other
qualified
topics
immunity.
to get to. We're going to move on now.
That's a very tether response.
Because God loves white people. And if you
Because qualified immunity, it ain't benefiting people that look like me, much less yourself. So when you start seeing that increase, I want you to remember that increase is how you lost Virginia and gave it up to the blue.
Now to reproductive rights. Deanna?
Thanks, Tom. Abortion is legal in Virginia through the second trimester with limited third trimester exceptions. There's also a push to codify abortion access in our state constitution. Ms. Earl Sears, you have supported both a 15-week and 6-week abortion limit. As governor, what would you advocate for? You have 60 seconds.
So my position is that the Commonwealth needs to come together and figure out where it wants to be. It's not going to be my view. It's going to be a view of the majority. My opponent, on the other hand, has the extremist view, which is abortion up until the very hour that the baby could be born, up until the very minute. The very minute. And so you would have a baby aborted on the table. What?
To the last minute, don't you think you kind of stretching this out? That's something that you Republicans tend to do. Y'all tend to stretch something out more than what it was. I don't think anybody's exactly going to be. Let's see. Oh, girl, just pop something out. All right, let's go ahead and 86 it. I don't think it works that way. Maybe for some people, but I don't think for me.
What do we do then, Abigail?
Ms. Earl Sears.
What do
Ms.
we
Earl
do
Sears?
with a full live baby aborted?
Man.
And that short little yellow bus pulling up in front. Me.
Ma'am, how can you have a full live baby that's aborted? You're a Marine. It's kind of like this military intelligence. It's an oxymoron.
On
Ms.
the
Earl
minute
Sears.
it could be born.
Ms. Earl Sears, I need you to ask the question that I'm asking. I'm asking the questions here, and so I want to know about what would you advocate for in terms of a limit. I know that you just said it's not about your view, but you will have veto powers if you became governor. So what would you be willing to support as governor?
So
You have 30 seconds.
So I've answered the question. I've said it's not my view. It's going to be what the majority of rich.
Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff.
So you basically trying to throw the people under the bus over abortion, but yet you're trying to be the governor that makes virtually the final decision if you're not overrun by the people. Ma'am, this is showing that thing called your inability to handle the power given to you by the people. Another reason why Virginia's about to swing blue.
Virginians want. And by the way, there's a constitutional amendment, and the voters will make that decision.
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First, thank you, Miss Earl Sears. Miss Spanberger, you say you want to keep Virginia the last bastion of reproductive freedom in the South. Do you support any limits on abortion? You have 60 seconds. When the Dobbs decision was made, it was very quickly clear that state after state would move to restrict abortion access, as my opponent has previously supported. In states where they further restricted abortion access, women have died. Women pregnant with very wanted children, women with ectopic pregnancies were sent home, and women have died. If my opponent were to become governor, that is what she would inflict upon
lie like that,
Virginia.
Miss Earl
Sears.
Ma'am.
Whoa. You are so busted.
Ma'am, how you gonna go say you weren't talking about that when you were talking about a full live aborted baby just about 2 minutes ago? Ma'am, this is also another reason why Virginia's about to flip blue, because you're exposing yourself to everybody. You're exposing yourself to everybody. Also, another reason why Virginia may swing blue, because you really haven't done but so much to try to gain the black vote. If you want to do a little bit of backnoting, it was the black vote that kind of sank Kamala Harris. You know, your Jamaican counterpart. Yeah, the black vote kind of sank her because she didn't have anything that was worthwhile. Oh, we about to be out of time and it's starting to get real good. Oh, fuck me.
I support
Miss Earl Sears.
I support the Roe
Virginia's voters
standard.
cannot hear if you're talking over Miss.
I support the Roe standard. I support the constitutional amendment that is moving forward that makes clear the
Miss Earl Sears.
I support
it's difficult to hear Miss Spanberger if you're talking over her.
See, as said, we're going to wrap this part up because it seems like near the end, because this was the real hot button, so where the fur was starting to fly. But Winnie Sears is eroding because she can't let herself stay controlled. But this is the end of part 3, and we got the next part to come. Hopefully, this might be the finale. But until that comes up, stand up, stand out, shine bright, and good night.